Let's delve into how the future is envisioned in these proposals, in popular culture. And is this vision anchored in a colonial and Euro and Western fetishization of progress, technological progress, science?
I struggled with this question.
Yeah.
I struggled with it because from an Islamic framework, scientific knowledge is not conflict. It should be used for the good of all humanity. It's holistic and integrated.
I think a lot of the people who use the term Afrofuturism, shortly after the term was created, I'm thinking about Alondra Nelson and some others, one of their big critiques was that all technology doesn't lend itself to creating a utopia.
Right.
And as excited as people were about the early years of the internet, there was a hope that it would level a playing field, but also an understanding that just because there's a new gadget in town doesn't mean, there's freedom for all. And to think of other systems, whether it's, think about Blackness as itself a kind of technology, race as a technology,
right.
And in some of these frameworks not being ones that, race in particular, that, the framing of it lending itself to a lot of disparity.
این که اسفنده اینا زاج این سفیدا، این قرمزی هم اینا میگم برای چشم نظره که یکی ما رو چشم نکنه. اینا گلپره که هم میخوریم هم دود میکنیم، بوش خوبه. بعد دیگه این قدیم و ندیم اینو دود میکردن.
Commentary on technology and the low tech. Because that's also what we Chicanos are known for, you know what I mean? Like working in analog, like cars, lowriders, as opposed to spaceships.
Okay, پس مما بگو این چیه؟
این اسفند سپنده میریزیم توی این اسفند دود کن. بعد دود میکنیم که میگیم برای چشم نظر میخوایم یکی نظرمون نزنه، اینو میریزیم تو دستمون، اینجوری میچرخونیم دور سرمون، میریزیم توی این.
Compossibility is quite simply a description of, two things being together possible, right? And I think that's where I think, one goes from, thinking in formulations of extremes to thinking in terms of, are these two things together possible in the same space? What would it mean? Right? And I think this goes also back to your earlier question about, techno-fetishism, right? Because to a large extent, the argument for technology and technology in modernity is a techno-fetishist argument about the future, that technology is going to solve our problems, right? And we need to create better and better and better and better and more advanced technologies to, to basically, get rid of all our problems. What we call traditional ecological knowledges, or tech, right? Or I-tech, right? Indigenous traditional ecological knowledges and so on, right? They are also forms of science. It's not like they are not science or they are not forms of technology. They are, right? But in what world or how can we create systems where this world-destroying, technology and techno-fetishism, where somebody will take a rocket to Mars while burning the rest of the planet, and indigenous technology which will do something else? Where is the line between them? Where is this point between them where we can actually exist and survive and thrive? What is compossible? Right. So that's why co-futures, has all these principles. These are basically principles of playing with different kinds of ethical ideas, and compossibility is one of them.
You know, often when we think of the idea of progress, that's a modernist idea, and it's envisioned as something that's linear, right? That we're marching into a future that is replete with technological progress. But I think we have to remember that technology, a pen is technology, a pencil's technology. We can think of a technological progress as a circle, right? That we can hearken back to matriarchal and indigenous material practices. And they can move forward, or they can move into the future with emergent technology.
آتیشه که ما آتیش رو دوست داریم، چون پادشاه ما کوروش کبیر بوده. ما اینجوری هستیم، ما ایرانیان، این رسم ماست. اسفند بدونه دونه، اسفند خودش میدونه، اسفند 33 دونه، ها دریبنی و باد دریبنی، چشم حسود بترکنی، ها دریبنی و باد دریبنی، چشم حسود بترکنی. خیلی خوبه. عالی عالی عالی.
اوکی یه بار دیگه.
The nation always boasts a metaphysical side. Its meaning is regularly said to lie in its control of time and space. A nation asserts a special relationship with a certain territory, one that is habitually sacralized as ours, even as our perpetual mother. This sacralization of the land, in turn, prompts the view that a nation is made through the mystical fusing of its soil with the blood of the kind that has inhabited and developed it. Do you require translation? Basi ranj bordam dar in salsi. Ajam zinde kardam bedin parsi. One who has lived many years in a city, so soon as he goes to sleep, beholds another city full of good and evil, and his own city vanishes from his mind. He does not think to himself, this is a new city, I'm a stranger here. Nay, he thinks he has always lived in this city and was born and bred in it. What wonder then, if the soul does not remember her ancient abode and birthplace, since she is warped in the slumber of the world, like a star covered by clouds. Especially if she's trodden so many cities, and the dust that darkens her vision is not yet swept away. The Aryan sees himself a creative creature There may be a certain tragedy inherent in the nature of these aliens, but is it our fault? This race works destructively among the people and is in constant danger to their international and domestic security. The war has reached a stage at which only the full efforts of the nation and of each individual can save us. The defense of our freedom no longer depends on the army fighting at the front. Each civilian, each man, woman, boy, and girl must fight with unequaled fanaticism. This war of nations demands heavy sacrifice. The houses that are the dwelling of today will sink beneath shower and sunshine to decay. But storm and rain shall never mar this palace. Oh, bejeweled land, your soil is the wellspring of the arts. Far from you may the thoughts of evil be. May you remain lasting and eternal. Oh, enemy, if you're of stone, I'm of steel. May my life be sacrificed for the pure soil of my motherland. Ever since your love became my calling, my thoughts are never far from you. In your cause, when do our lives have value? Every day. Border Patrol agents encounter thousands of illegal aliens trying to enter our nation. We are out of space to hold them. And we have no way to promptly return them back home. This is a crisis of the heart, a crisis of the soul. Have you used any name besides your current name? As I did. This ghost-like appearance of a people without unity or organization, without territory or cohesion, no longer alive, but wandering among the living, could not but make a unique, strange impression upon the imagination of the nations. If the fear of ghosts is something inborn, then why wonder that it showed up at the sight of this nation, dead but still alive? The imperialists have strained the situation constantly for decades to keep our people from living at peace for even a moment, and have blocked all pathways to economic development and existence through all manner of blockades, pressure, and sanctions. In the face of harsh and manifold difficulties and ordeals, and sufferings and hardships worse than those during a war, our party and people were united more firmly and made strenuous efforts to defend and advance the cause, following only the revolutionary line of Juche, put forward by the great leaders as they braved the storm of history without the slightest hesitation or vacillation. This royal throne of kings, this sceptered isle, this earth of majesty, the seat of Mars, this other Eden, demi-paradise. This fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war. This happy breed of men, this little world. This precious stone set in the silver sea, which serves it in the office of a wall, or as a moat defensive to a house against the envy of less happier lands. The state is only a means to an end. Its end and its purpose is to preserve and promote a community of human beings who are physically as well as spiritually kindred. Above all, it must preserve the existence of the race. Can you tell me any intergalactic travels you might have undertaken? We grew our army in battles. We will sweep the vile invaders off the road. In battles, we decide the fate of generations. We will lead our fatherland to glory. But what is this national spirit and its attributes? Science, through the medium of dialectical materialism, proved long ago that there's no such thing as a national spirit, and that there cannot be. And since this is the case, since there is no such thing as a national spirit, it is self-evident that defense of what does not exist is a logical absurdity. We have created our myth. The myth is a faith, a passion. It is not necessary for it to be a reality. Our myth is the nation. Our myth is the greatness of the nation. And to this myth, this greatness, which we want to translate into a total reality, we subordinate everything. Have you ever been here before? Were you required to leave? The fatherland has extended its wings over the horizon and wore the glory of civilization as a garment. Blessed be the land, a homeland of glorious determination and tolerance. Oh, company, you pride of lions, pinnacle of pride and of inherited glory, advance like terror to a certain victory and resurrect the time of the rightly guided in our land. We are a generation who give all and toil to the utmost. We have returned anew to a nation that we build with unyielding determination. And each martyr follows the footsteps of a former martyr. May you remain forever a refuge for all and be as suns that turn night into day. Identitarians and others making up the resistance lack a doctrine that truly serves as a political and ideological synthesis of who they are. A doctrine that speaks above parties and sects, above rival sensibilities and wounded feelings, that brings the resistance together around clear ideas and objectives, uniting them in opposition to the nation's dramatic decline. Our people today face the gravest peril in their entire history: demographic collapse, submission to an alien colonization and to religion, the bastardization of the nation, prostration before alien hegemony, and the forgetting of our cultural roots. The stones of your mountains are jewels and pearls. The soil of your valleys are better than gold. As long as the turning of the earth and the cycling of the sky lasts, the light of the divine will always guide us. In your cause, when do our lives have value? When do our lives have value? Have value. We have nothing to learn from anybody. We need no doctrine, no professor of political philosophy, for we think that we can serve as an example to others.
No one will honor us for losing gracefully. No one mourns the great crimes committed against us. For us, it is conquer or die. To be with us is to be a striver, a crusader, an explorer, and a conqueror. We don't exploit other groups. We don't gain anything from their presence. They need us, not the other way around. What if your application is not approved? True patriot love, and all of us command. The pages of history and the experiences of various nations proves that the only powerful aspiration and ideal for the nation is indeed nationality. That means all thoughts, efforts, powers, and ideals of the nation must be focused on a single point of nationality. Dulce decorum est pro patria mori.
is all the talent in this galaxy?
We need to find someone special.
The crown must have it all. Messier 82, bring forward the stars.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hashtag avoid the sun. I love you guys. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay then, what is your name and talent?
Oreo, I'm gonna perform a trick.
What makes you special?
I don't think there's enough magic in this competition.
Best of luck. She could pass.
Mira, pick a color from the deck.
I'm sorry, dear. I don't see color. Bellatrix?
Color is not inherent in objects, as color does not possess any physical properties. Color is an illusion, and simply can be attributed to visual perception.
This is nonsense.
Pick any color at all.
Black.
Black is not a color.
It's not really going her way.
OMG.
That was one of the worst arcs I have ever seen on the stage.
Well, you clearly have a color deficiency. White is the only color in the deck.
Oreo, I agree with Sirius. You seem like a nice cookie, but this just wasn't my flavor.
It was like a Deschampion toilet, out of place. White reflects light. It disguises itself by appearing to have no color at all. Yes, heavyweight, yet weightless.
What the are you talking about? No, please, give me another chance. I have to have this. This is my destiny. I got stage presence, the looks, the talent. I'm a supernova.
You have no talent. It was a rubbish act, and you're barely a white dwarf. Are you even from M82?
Don't boo at me! How dare you! A white dwarf? A dwarf? I'm as real as the Aryan sun. I scatter the darkness and bring light into this black hole. My orbit has thousands of followers that tell me I got talent. You don't know talent. I'm High Court, an institution in this galaxy. You'll regret this.
Somebody get this barbarian off the stage.
Take a bite into this cookie. Sorry, not sorry. Get out of my face.
Here she comes. Oreo, why are you so upset? Lighten up.
Wow, a galactic collision here on Supernova. We'll be right back.
She was so rude. I was scared.
She was fucking mad.
She is a product of her time, a narcissistic and neurotic demographic cohort. They fetishize their failures, while fed popping fists by their peers.
After a disturbing act and a hysterical contestant, the judges are losing their fuel. Hopefully, Fatima can lift their spirits.
Doot.
Hello, so your name is Fatima?
Well, my name was Fatima, but I changed it to Goldach. It is a traditional name, and I think it has more star quality. Where are you from? Andromeda, but I'm not your typical Andromedan girl. Are you nervous?
It is not ambition, but will, that leads to the stars.
I am sorry. Can we start again? Her nerves are taking over. Sure, dear. Just take a deep breath and let the music find you.
Each star's life begins with a gravitational collapse. You can be a supernova, or fade into the night.
فرمان رمی ترگوش بردر شب واضح ودوزو پلگیره زرین پرافشاریه ترایمان اندر وی بak ardik nazukia pat ویوگی برهمه درسته شوفتک گه میشنه ان ای مردک پوز asayet zarren parsos udehlamur ayet kamana pak dilan sumben udabramik igul gunak arsana şincet arsana şincet anar hazin vargani kurkem Parvastagama het adridani yarani ispir halender shabi ispir halender shabi monument ubabarsan apseranga giri.
Hulda, you walked out here, veiled in fear, and then reached your zenith. It was a compelling, transformative, and mesmerizing performance.
Yes, like an archaeological gem, a lost artifact dug out from the sands of the Andromeda, there is something very special about you. You're beautiful, majestic, and terrifying. I am overwhelmed by your power.
Listen, I have been doing this for a long time. You are one of those rare finds. Your voice is like liquid gold. Truly an intriguing spectacle. I think you're a right fit for the crown. Intriguing indeed.
Wow, a starlight moment and a brilliant performance by Fatima. I mean, Goldacht. Stay lit. Before the break, Goldacht wowed the judges with her beautiful vocals and her stunning performance. Next up, hoping they can get their chance in the starlight, is Coco.
Hello, what is your purpose?
So your name is Coco?
Coco, are you with speech?
Okay, carry on then.
There is always the other. You can't give the speechless a microphone.
I have no idea what I just saw. You're interesting, sure, but not the right fit for the crowd.
You're cute, but not today, sorry.
Coco, you've disrupted linearity. Time is off its hinges. It is broken down, out of sorts. You're light years ahead. But sadly, M82 is not ready for this kind of transformation.